Have you ever woken up in the morning and felt, well, a little disappointed with yourself? Like, you expected to feel strong, full of life, maybe even a little aroused, but instead, there was just a dull emptiness. No morning energy. No sign that your body was still alive in that way. And if you've experienced this, you're definitely not alone. Many men over 60 silently deal with it, never saying a word, not even to their doctors. But here's the thing. That silent struggle often has a simple, overlooked cause, and even better, a natural solution. You know, most men think that declining erections are just part of getting older, and it's inevitable. That it's something you simply have to accept. But that's not entirely true. In fact, what you eat, especially what you eat at night, okay, can play a major role in how your body performs the next morning. I know it sounds a little too simple, but stick with me here. I want you to think about this. When you go to bed, your body isn't just resting. It's healing. Okay, it's restoring hormone levels. It's repairing blood vessels, including the tiny ones responsible for blood flow to your most private areas. That's right. Your nighttime meal sets the stage for your morning erection. So let's go back in time for a second. Remember the time when you were younger, maybe in your 30s or 40s. Okay, think about that. You could skip meals, stay up late, eat junk, and still wake up feeling ready for anything, in every way. But after 60, your body doesn't recover the same way. It becomes more sensitive to what you give it, and what you don't. That's why the right foods before bed can be like giving your body a silent boost, without pills, without pressure, and without shame. While working on the idea for this video, I was reminded of a conversation I once had with a man named Gerald, 68 years old, retired, a widower. He's an old patient of mine. He told me he hadn't had a strong erection in nearly 2 years. He'd tried pills, supplements, even weird internet remedies. But nothing worked. So he felt embarrassed, frustrated, and frankly defeated. But what shocked him the most? When I asked him what he usually ate for dinner, his answer was, usually some bread, a beer, maybe processed meat. Something quick. With just that one sentence revealed everything. You see, erections rely heavily on blood flow. And blood flow depends on the health of your blood vessels, your nitric oxide levels, your hormone balance, and even the quality of your sleep. Every single one of those factors is influenced by the food you eat, especially before bed. And so in Gerald's case, his food choices were slowly tightening his blood vessels, throwing off his hormones and disrupting his sleep. No wonder he felt like his manhood had vanished. So what did we do? We didn't start with medications, okay? We didn't jump into complex therapies. We simply started with food, just food, nothing else. The natural, powerful, erection-friendly food. And not in the morning, not at lunch, but right before bed, when the body is ready to absorb, repair, and restore. Just within a week, Gerald called me, laughing. I woke up this morning, he said, and let's just say, I remembered what it used to feel like. No pressure, no pills, just food, simple, nourishing, and eaten at the right time. Now, you might be wondering, what kind of food are we talking about here? I'm not suggesting a strict diet or bland vegetables. I'm talking about delicious, satisfying foods that naturally support the systems involved in male performance. Foods that increase nitric oxide, improve blood vessel function, and support testosterone. These aren't exotic or hard to find. In fact, they're probably already in your kitchen, or just one grocery trip away. But before we get into specific names, let's take a moment to think about how we treat our bodies after sunset. So many men over 60 eat whatever's convenient, then fall asleep in front of the TV with a full stomach and an inflamed gut. And then they wake up and wonder why they feel weak, foggy, or disconnected from their masculinity. It's not just about age. It's about the silent choices we make every night, often without thinking. Let me tell you this, food isn't just fuel. At this stage of life, it becomes medicine or poison. It becomes the gentle helper that supports your blood flow, or the silent thief that takes it away. So what you choose to eat before bed can either relax your vessels or stiffen them. It can either support testosterone production or suppress it. It can help you sleep deeply and heal, or keep you tossing, turning, and waking up limp in more ways than one. So the next time you reach for something quick at night, maybe that leftover pizza or a bag of salty snacks, pause for a moment. I want you to go into the bathroom and look in the mirror. And look deep into your own eyes. Ask that man this question. Is this going to help me feel strong tomorrow morning? Because once you understand the connection between food and performance, trust me, you'll never see dinner the same way again. Okay, now, let's start with one of the simplest and most surprising foods that support strong erections after 60, eggs. Yes, eggs, something so ordinary, so familiar. But when eaten the right way at the right time, they become a powerful ally for your manhood. Do you know eggs are rich in cholesterol? And despite what you may have heard, your body needs cholesterol to produce testosterone, okay? Cholesterol is not always bad for you. Especially after 60, when testosterone levels tend to decline, your body starts to rely more heavily on high-quality dietary fats to keep hormone production going. Now imagine this. You're winding down for the night. Instead of sugary snacks or salty processed food, you scramble 2 pasture-raised eggs in a bit of olive oil. Maybe toss in a pinch of sea salt and enjoy them with a few slices of avocado. That simple meal doesn't just satisfy you. It gives your body the raw materials it needs to rebuild testosterone while you sleep. I once recommended this to a man named Walter, 72 years old, living with his wife, both retired. He told me he hadn't felt desire in months, and when he did, his body didn't respond the way it used to. When he began adding eggs and healthy fats at night, not only did his sleep improve, but his wife noticed something else. He started flirting with me again, she laughed. That spark, the one that most men think they've lost forever, can quietly return when you start feeding your body the right way. Now let's talk about bananas. They might not look like much, but they're rich in potassium and vitamin B6, both essential for blood pressure regulation and nerve function. Why does that matter? Because your ability to have and maintain an erection isn't just about arousal. It's about blood flow. Good, steady, controlled blood flow. Potassium helps balance the effects of sodium. Most men over 60 unknowingly eat too much salt throughout the day, which tightens the blood vessels and reduces circulation. A banana at night helps relax those vessels, supports heart function, and allows blood to flow more freely, even to the parts that matter most. And the best part, bananas also contain tryptophan, which helps your brain produce serotonin, leading to deeper sleep and better hormone recovery. It's amazing how one simple fruit can support both your brain and your body in such an intimate way. Next up, pumpkin seeds. These little guys are like tiny natural testosterone boosters. Rich in zinc, magnesium, and plant-based omega-3s, pumpkin seeds help nourish your prostate, improve sperm quality, and support hormone balance. Most older men are deficient in magnesium and zinc, and that deficiency often shows up as low libido, weak erections, and even mood swings. But here's the trick. It's not just what you eat, it's when you eat it. Eating a tablespoon or 2 of pumpkin seeds before bed allows your body to absorb those minerals during sleep, when repair and restoration are at their peak. Try this. After dinner, instead of reaching for dessert, grab a handful of roasted pumpkin seeds. Chew slowly. Let yourself enjoy it. You're not just eating a snack. You're giving your body permission to heal. I remember working with a man named Joseph, a soft-spoken retired engineer. He was skeptical about the whole food before bed idea. But after 2 weeks of switching his nightly snack to eggs or seeds and a banana, he came in smiling, leaned in close and whispered, "It's back." He didn't have to say what. I knew. And more importantly, he knew. That confidence? You can't buy it in a pill. There's something deeply empowering about waking up and knowing your body still works the way it's meant to. It reminds you that age is just a number. That your masculinity isn't gone. It's just been waiting for you to give it what it needs. So many men think they need expensive treatments or embarrassing conversations just to feel like a man again. But often it starts with something as humble as an egg, a banana, a few seeds, and the decision to take back control of your health, one night at a time. And I want to be clear, this isn't about perfection. You don't need to eat clean every night. You don't need to follow a strict plan or give up all your favorite foods. You just need to become aware, to start making small, intentional choices that support the version of yourself you want to be. The man who still feels proud in his body. The man who can look in the mirror in the morning and smile, knowing he's still got it. Because here's the truth, your body is listening. Every bite you take is either building you up or breaking you down. And every night, you have a chance to send it a message. I still care. I still want this. I still believe in myself. Let's talk about one more simple food that often gets overlooked, dark chocolate. Not the sugary kind you find in candy bars, but the real, rich, slightly bitter kind. At least 70% cacao or higher. A small piece of dark chocolate before bed can do more than just satisfy your sweet tooth. It can actually relax your blood vessels, improve circulation, and help your body produce more nitric oxide, the very compound that makes erections possible. Nitric oxide is what tells your blood vessels, hey, it's time to open up. And dark chocolate, thanks to its high flavonoid content, helps your body release more of it. Combine that with the magnesium and antioxidants in cocoa, and you've got a gentle, natural way to support your body's nighttime repair system, while still enjoying something that feels a little indulgent. And here's something even better. Eating a piece of dark chocolate at night can help lower your cortisol, your stress hormone. Because let's be honest, stress is one of the biggest erection killers, especially after 60. When your body is tense, your mind is racing, or you feel pressure to perform, your nervous system works against you. That's why a calming ritual, even something as small as enjoying a square of dark chocolate with a cup of warm chamomile tea, can begin to shift the entire experience. Now imagine this kind of evening, a light protein-rich dinner, a banana and some pumpkin seeds before bed, a piece of dark chocolate as you wind down. You turn off the lights. You sleep deeply. Your body does its work silently. And in the morning, you wake up with that quiet confidence, that physical proof that your body still remembers how to be a man. It doesn't require perfection. It doesn't even require a doctor. It just requires awareness, intention, and a bit of patience. Because the body responds best not to force, but to consistency. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s start to rebuild their connection to their masculinity. And it always begins with the basics. Food, rest, movement, and perhaps most importantly, belief. Belief that you're not too old. That this part of your life isn't over. That intimacy, desire, and pleasure are still yours to claim. Not through shame or pressure, but through care and attention. And here's the truth no one talks about. Many men lose their erections not because their body is broken, but because their spirit is tired. They've given up on themselves quietly. They've accepted a story that says, this is just aging. But aging isn't the same as decaying. You can age with power. You can age with presence. You can wake up, in every sense of the word. So tonight, when you stand in front of the fridge, when you consider what to put in your body, remember this. You're feeding more than hunger. You're feeding your blood, your hormones, your confidence, your future mornings. Let this be your new ritual, not just for stronger erections, but for a stronger connection to yourself. You deserve that. You always have. If any part of this video spoke to you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Share your experience, or even just say hi. You're not alone in this journey. And if you found this helpful, consider subscribing to the channel, because every week, we're diving deeper into the kind of knowledge that helps men like you live fully, love deeply, and age with strength. Take care of yourself tonight, and every night. Your body is ready to show you what it's still capable of. Here's to you. And here's to waking up stronger than ever.